What if I told you that the biggest Indian film of 2026 isn't just another Bollywood blockbuster? It could be the film that decides whether Indian mythology can finally become global cinema. Because Ramayana isn't simply Ranbir Kapoor playing Lord Ram. It brings together Ranbir Kapoor, Yash, Sai Pallavi and Sunny Deol. Directed by Nitesh Tiwari, produced by Namit Malhotra, with DNEG handling the visual effects. The 8-time Oscar-winning company, which has done visual effects for Dune, Tenet, Interstellar and Inception. And perhaps most unexpectedly, Hans Zimmer and A.R. Rahman creating the music together for the first time. So what exactly makes this film such a big deal? Let's break it down. First, let's understand the obvious. You don't need to sell the Ramayana to India. The story of Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman and Ravan has been told for generations. We've seen television adaptations. We've seen animated versions. We've seen individual characters appear in countless films. The challenge is, how do you make people feel like they've never seen the Ramayana before? And that's where this film's biggest X factor begins. Because the makers aren't positioning it as just another mythological film. They are building it as a two-part cinematic universe, with Part 1 followed by Part 2 in 2027. The project has been designed for a worldwide audience and filmed for IMAX. That means they're not just trying to recreate a familiar story, they're trying to create an entire world. And this is probably the biggest reason Ramayana could become huge. The visual effects are being handled by DNEG, one of the world's major visual effects companies and an 8-time Academy Award-winning studio. The action choreography includes Terry Notary, known for work on projects like Avengers and Planet of the Apes. Then there's the production design. They're attempting to create ancient India, Ayodhya, Lanka, forests, armies, creatures, and massive battle sequences at a scale designed for the international screen. Because if you're making the Ramayana, you can't think small. The story itself contains everything modern spectacle cinema demands. Kingdoms, exile, war, magic, flying beings, massive armies, mythical creatures, and, of course, Ram vs. Ravan. The film has all the raw ingredients of an Indian fantasy epic that can compete for attention on a global scale. But here's where things get interesting. Ranbir Kapoor is not the first actor you traditionally imagine playing Ram. And that's precisely why his casting is fascinating. We've seen Ranbir play the charming romantic hero, the troubled musician, the obsessive lover, the flawed, morally complicated characters. But Ram is almost the opposite. Ram is defined by restraint, duty, discipline, sacrifice, and moral clarity. Because the most interesting version of Ram isn't a superhero. He's a man constantly forced to choose between what he wants and what he believes he must do. And that gives the character emotional depth. And opposite Ranbir, you have Yash as Ravan. This is potentially one of the film's biggest casting masterstrokes. Because after KGF, Yash already has the screen presence required to make a larger-than-life antagonist feel intimidating. So imagine putting Ranbir restrained Ram against Yash's commanding Ravan. That's not simply hero versus villain, it's two completely different ideas of power. Now let's talk about something that could become one of the film's biggest talking points. Hans Zimmer, A.R. Rahman, together for the first time. Think about that. Hans Zimmer has created some of the most recognizable cinematic scores in modern Hollywood. A.R. Rahman has shaped the sound of Indian cinema for decades, and now they're working on the same film. Rahman has spoken about how the collaboration required both composers to essentially unlearn some of their usual approaches and find a new musical language together. And that is exactly what Ramayana needs. Not just background music, a soundscape. If the visuals make the audience see the world of Ramayana, the music could make them feel it. Ramayana isn't being made just for India. It's being built for the world. With IMAX, DNEG and Redefined powering its visuals, the film has been presented to international exhibitors, including at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. Because India doesn't lack stories. We lack enough films that package those stories with the scale, technology and international distribution required to make them global cinematic events. And Ramayana is attempting exactly that. But there's a catch. The bigger the ambition, the higher the expectations. The film's VFX has already sparked debate online. The filmmakers have defended the work, explaining that the visual effects process is still extensive and that audiences may underestimate how much work goes into creating these environments. The real X factor of Ramayana isn't Ranbir, Yash, the VFX, or even Zimmer and Rahman. It's how all of them come together around a story with immense emotional and cultural power. If the filmmakers balance spectacle with emotion, Ramayana could become more than a successful Indian film. It could become a global Indian cinematic event. Hollywood has taken inspiration from mythology. Now India has the chance to take its own mythology to the world. The story is ancient, The technology is new. Can Ramayana become the Indian epic that makes the world see our mythology differently? This isn't just Ram versus Ravan. It's Indian cinema going global.